Hey, this is your FanDuel MLB picks for April 24th, 2015. I skipped a day yesterday, just showed some things lately. Out of the three I entered for the day games yesterday, the day games I found far more interesting than the mere four games at night. The one I cashed in was the one that I actually had a dead player, and I did it's like researching all the potential big names that may have rested for Thursday afternoon, and when I see a 0.7 for Jun Ho Kane, I knew that was trouble. He made a pinch hitting appearance, but that was it. But I wound up the rest of that team actually made up for it. Waka, very strong outing against the Nationals. And then not much besides that, but it wasn't a high scoring session. Giancarlo homers every time I get him in the lineup. But it wasn't a high scoring session. Let's see, 50 and some change won it. But here was some offense here, some random offense. Corey Dickerson, low scoring game at Coors Field. That kind of killed me there. But I had some, I found a nice backup Spangenberg for the day, and a little bit. But sometimes if it's for a session like that, if you just have a strong starter and Waka didn't have a high ownership rate, that helped out. Other things I had just a laugh. Oh, I nearly, not nearly. I got a hat trick out of Philip Forsberg, but despite winning 5-1. Despite the Capitals winning 5-1, somehow Ovechkin and Backstrom wound up having below zero nights. So that's a good one there. And then, I got to show the previous night. I'm kind of proud of this. I had a minus 5.1 in hockey. 12,858 out of 12,942. FanDuel ought to award something for someone who manages to finish last out of a gazillion entries. I was banking on the Canadiens, the Wild, and the Jets, and they all... I guess the book on how to beat Devon Dubnyk came out the other night. Stopped 11 and gave up 6. That was nice. So let's see, minus 3.8, minus 2.6, minus 1.8, minus 1. Couple of intriguing NBA playoff games last night. Isaiah Thomas 8.2. Like I said, impressive for an earthquake, not in fantasy basketball. And I finally decided to go with some Russian dressing. Timothy Moskov, and he only got 10.2. We had double overtime in Milwaukee. We had overtime with the Warriors and the Pelicans. So Draymond Green. But everyone had him. Anthony Davis, heavy ownership. LeBron James, I did not have, had 60. Evan Turner, 40. Klay Thompson, 40. Derrick Rose virtually owned it's the heaviest owned player of all, 55. So, it took, 309 and didn't come close to cashing. And only 365, 7 once. So, and the other one that would have, I bet you would have cashed if I had this, Taj Gibson or John Henson, and that was the wrong decision there. And actually, it was about 50-50 on ownership there between those two. I'm going to focus on baseball for today. I might edit in an NBA lineup at the end. But the big story in baseball last night, non-fantasy related, well, in some ways it will be fantasy related. This time the Royals, the opposition finally had enough of your Donald Ventura's annex, and it came down to actual blows. It got ugly. Jeff Samardzija, Mundos, Chris Sale and Jeff Samardzija, who took exception, and Edison Volquez, that darn nearly, he could have literally killed Samardzija with a sucker punch in the middle of that. Everyone saw that, so there may be some lengthy suspensions, and the writers, of course, are having a field day. The Royals are suddenly the big bad bros that want to fight. We have that entitled Syracuse elitist Jeff Passan from Syracuse University. Pompous Syracuse elitist. He'll be writing some, and it's been now the Royals fans are bad based on some comments that Brett Lowry made, and fans get rowdy in a lot. They get rowdy in Toronto, where Lowry infamously threw a batting helmet at an umpire. Chicago, it was sounding real surly and on the south side last night. White Sox fans are infamous. I mean, there's a lot of fans. Dodger and Giant fans are usually in a race through the bottom. So there's a lot of fan segments of fan bases we can get at. But getting back to baseball, Scott Blau actually just moments ago, Facebook being said, mentioned that Chris Copeland is 8 for 8 against against Mike Leake lifetime. That's, he has, which he considers tacking Cubs today. But I mean, here's what I wound up having. I was thinking he's tacking Jose Quintana of the White Sox. First, I had a hard time thinking of a pitcher. Cashner Greinke is in one. Greinke's a little expensive. DeGrom, light here. Franchise high 11-game winning streak for the Mets. The Mets have never won 12 games in a row in their, this would be their 54th year of existence, and 53 plus years, they have never won 12 in a row. They got a chance against the Yankees tonight, so that will be, I imagine, MLB Network. I know it's going to be on Fox and ESPN, and it's actually a relevant series there. Unlike Red Sox Yankees, which we see about every 3 weeks, that series is relevant the way the Mets are playing right now. So, Lester Caven throw to first base, let alone that's don't have a whole lot of great pitching duo. Dallas Keuchel against Scott Kazmir, and I'm going with Kazmir on this. So look at the ERAs in the early going. Since I'm due to kind of time constraints, I'm going to rush through this a little bit. Kazmir is going to be in there. Buster Posey in Colorado, that's obviously an option. I'm going Salvador Perez, and then I figured this way I can also get Jose Daniel Abreu as part of the party. And then I got a little bit of a Coors Fields tack going. Thinking guys on top of the Giants lineup. Here I might have Joe Panic in. Brandon Crawford had incident that Mike Trout, Yordano Ventura. That was on April 12th. So in back-to-back starts, he had the thing with Trout. He hit Lowry, and then last night. So and a new commissioner. Rob Manfred may say it's time to make a bit of a statement here, but it's just a comment I just thought of there. Again, top of the Giants lineup, so that's I'll go with Panic and Pagan against, Scotty made an interesting. I will consider Cubs tonight. Matt Holliday, he just quietly does it. He gets the Brewers. My third, here's my, like Chris Bryant, I would definitely consider. I just, like I said, and at 2,200, he's more of a punt play. Make sure he's in the lineup late game. Make sure those lineups are out. I'm putting Tomas in there, and then this would leave me with 3,200. Like I said, I'm thinking a little bit about that. The only thing is lefty with the Quintana. That kind of sours. I'm putting Gordon and Moustakas in. So Stout and Pompey, I kind of like guys with a little bit of speed. Besides other things, I could get a nice stolen base and a run leading to a run. That kind of adds up. So this lineup is Scott Kazmir, Salvador Perez for the first time this year, Jose Daniel Abreu, first time of the year for me, Panic, Tomas, Crawford, Angel Pagan. About the first time I've gone with San Francisco players. I was seeing Colorado. Matt Holliday for the first time this year. Dalton Pompey. You may see me put a revised lineup early this year, later. And we're looking at this Cubs game. It's in Cincinnati. I'll look at a few. No games at risk of the weather, neither. Baseball's been very fortunate. Only one rainout, and the Cubs could have got through that. So, obviously Copeland. Solar has actually had a couple hitless games. I'll see on this, and that's actually just the outfield options. Chris Bryant up to 3,900. There's Starlin Castro. The Cubs starter would be Lester. I wouldn't be totally against sticking someone against him. I don't think that much of Lester right now. So I would think of Frazier or Votto is as hot as anyone, and what I'll show tomorrow is Brandon Funston's top 50 I didn't get to today. Chris Bryant's up to 31 on that, and Joey Votto's up to number 7. So that just tells you how high their stocks have risen. So that's all I have for now. Great luck to everyone. I'm coming close to really getting a big one on there. I feel it. So talk over the weekend. We'll have a lot of NHL, NBA, and everything else. Later. Out.